Hello. Listen, I know someone have already asked you, hey, let's do this. And then you answer, oh, sorry, I don't have the time. And in general, it's just either a lame excuse or you just really think that you don't have the time for it. And the other person who receives your answer, in general, they either understand it, but I think most of the times they just think, oh, he's politely denying my invitation. But the thing is, sometimes our boss tells you this. Sometimes someone you really like tells you this, and then you feel like some kind of pressure to make the time for it. Or another example, maybe you want to work out and then you talk about it with some friend and they're complaining like, oh, I don't have the time to work out. And then the immediate answer of your friend is, oh, he just make time for it. You should just do that. But I think the whole discussion is wrong, you know? Because when you say, oh, I don't have time, you may convince yourself that that's the reason. But I think that um, there is a specific combination of time and energy. Because you can have all the time on the world and do nothing because you don't have the energy. Or you could have the energy, all the energy in the world, but don't have the time to do it. But I do feel like when you have the energy, you can make anything. You can, pull an all-nighter, you can wake up earlier, sleep later, don't have lunch, because you just have that drive, that will to make things work no matter what. In long term, I do think that this excessive energy can cause you harm, especially if you're not paying much attention to your body, like not eating enough or not getting enough sleep. But I do think that there is a misconception. Actually, people just don't communicate well, cause it is okay, even if the person doesn't like the answer. It is okay to say, "Oh, I don't have time," but rarely you see someone saying, "Oh, I don't have the energy," although you know that that's the more truthful answer to that question. So I do feel like we should spend some time thinking, about our lives, and then you can analyze how you spend your day and where are you putting your energy. Because I see many people organizing their lives, doing bullet journals and doing calendars and using Google Agenda and or Google Calendar, I think it's the name. But at the end of the day, even if you schedule every single hour of your day, planning everything you have to do, if you don't have the energy, you just end up doing nothing. So, what I want to say is, try to divide your day or your week or even your year, how you feel more comfortable, or previous organizing, and try to think not just about the time but also on the energy. I know you could sometimes be low energy and still push through, but the thing is, you're not gonna produce and you're not gonna think as well as you could. For example, let me show you this. Look, think with me. You could do 1 hour, 2 hours, I think 2 hours is enough, walking on the treadmill really slowly, not rushing at all, and at the end of the day you will accomplish, at the end of the exercise you will burn some calories. But you could have burned all these calories in 15 minutes running. You would burn the same calories. So That's the thing. Be smart with your energy. Don't drag, your our body, and especially our mind. It's it's not that strong as you may think. When we are young, we might seems like it is, but it actually isn't. It's hard to focus. It's hard to think. It's hard to be rational for many hours straight. And even if you take some breaks, it still is hard, you know? So, that's my tip for today. It's actually for myself, but if you want to try it as well, be welcome. And this is the thing, you have to first identify what are the activities that drain your energy the most, or how much energy the activities you do drain, from your body and your mind, and schedule according that. Start slow. Think. The most important thing is to analyze your own life, your own activities. Are you doing too much? Are you doing too little? So that's the thing. First, you can just look at the energy you already have, and then spread the activities as the energy that you already got. So for example, I feel completely depressed. I cannot get up off the bed. So today I wanna put a goal that is equal to the energy I have. So maybe your goal for today can be just getting up off the bed, eating properly, taking a bath, something that you can accomplish, and you go and do it. Then when you're feeling a little better, you can start thinking, oh, why is my energy so low and how can I increase my energy? So that's the key question. Not how can I free more time, but actually how can I increase my own energy if it's not at the limit yet. So I think the main things are really obvious. You have to eat well, you have to sleep enough, and sleeping enough is kind of tricky, because if you don't have time, or if you say to yourself that you don't have time, then you probably are sleeping too little, and you feel like you can't sleep, uh, you can't sleep sooner, or you can't wake up later. But the thing is, look at the first activity you do in the morning, and look at the last activity you do at night, and think how you could, maybe I have to wake up early because I want to make breakfast, or I have to wake up early because I have to take a bath, maybe put on makeup, get ready for the day. You could make some of these things at the night before, so you can wake up a little later on the morning. Then you think, oh, but then I'm just switching. I'm not doing anything different. The time I would spend doing in the morning, I will do it at night. But the thing is, in the morning, your brain is slowly turning up, and it's not really thinking that focused most of the times. And at night, it's really easier to think and to organize yourself. I think better in the morning at least. Or when I say morning, I mean when you wake up, because I know some people have, really different schedules and lifestyles, but when you wake up, your body and your mind and your brain is starting to function, and you cannot think that clear for at least an hour. There are people who just boom wake up and they are ready to go, and there are some people who just need half an hour, 2 hours, each one is different. That's why I also can't give you a more specific tip to do, because each person is so different, not just on their lifestyles but also on their own bodies, because each one has a different manifestation of how how is your body working. Do you have any disabilities? How is your mind? Because we don't really talk about it nowadays, right? But I think that is it for today. The main thing is try to consider not just the free time you have, but also the free energy that you have to spend.